What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today we got the new AR, and this is my first 24 hours with it. Really, it's more like my first 20 hours, but my hand hurts, so I'm not going to play the other 4 hours. And we got some pretty good clips, man. I really like this AR. I think it's perfectly suited to the Barracuda, and I'll go through with all the perks and gear I used and exactly what I think about the gun, and I'll go over what Guns of Boom told me and why the gun does this weird thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, like, unless you read what they sent me. Then it kind of makes sense why the damage is really weird. But it has a lot to do with you gotta have people really close to you, and think of this as a shotgun, and they'll do a lot of damage up close, and far away it doesn't do as much damage. With a Barracuda, you actually don't need that much damage to make it work out, and that's what's so great about this gun, is that you don't really need it to do a ton of damage from far away, and it will kill them. And up close, this does a ton of damage. So it's really the perfect AR to match with a Barracuda, which happens to be the best sniper in the game right now, especially when paired with a good AR. And oh man, is this AR good for that Barracuda. But you don't really have to trust me, you can just see. I mean, it was just absolutely nuts. And I liked it a lot. Also, I liked this event, and just a tip for any of you guys that are wondering how to play that new event, and you're wondering why it doesn't really work very well, and you're playing it like control points. It's not control points. Don't play it like control points, because it's not going to work out. Think of it as tug of war. So basically, you can only get the next hill in front of the one you already have, and so there's no need to try to flank behind them unless you're just going to kill them. But you want to really move together as a team, and really like push the hill and capture it as a team, and then wait for them to respawn and fight them as a team again, and then just basically don't try to fight a ton of people by yourself, and just move one stage of the map at a time, and that's how you're going to end up getting to the end. And a lot of people are treating it as if it's control points. As you can see, me and my team are on different like sides of the map all the time here, and that's because they're not thinking of it as, hey, let's all go to the same point. They're thinking of it as, we should all split up and be in different places. So just pro tip, that's really the best bet you will have, is just, as long as you see that your randoms are going for a hill, just follow them. Or if you're going in as a team, make sure you guys just have it understood that you're going together. And I definitely recommend you use Barracuda with this AR. It makes it so good. They both complement each other really well, especially because long range, it doesn't do that much damage. So the Barracuda is really nice because it does a ton of damage long range, and then this AR can do just enough to get that kill for you. And then if people get close, you can then end up killing them, because it's like a shotgun up close. It does a ton of damage, and you can really get some of these multi-kills with the one-shot Barracuda as long as you have level 6 or higher sniper perks. And don't worry, at the end, I'll show you everything you need to have to be able to do this. And if you do not have level 6 perks, I think as long as you have like high ground and you're like above the people, or you have low armor, you can do it with like level 4 or 5 perks for sniper. And you can get there eventually. And I did use the icebreaker for some of these, and it works just fine. So really, use whatever sniper you're comfortable with. But for me, Barracuda paired so nicely with this. It gave so many multi-kills so fast because I just got the gun. And for like the first 12 hours, I didn't actually know why it doesn't do any damage sometimes. And it's super confusing. Like, me and Annie actually made a spreadsheet to figure it out, and then asked Tigger, like, what is wrong with this gun? It has no perks, and its damage is wildly inconsistent. We made this spreadsheet and all this stuff, and we can't figure it out. And then she's like, well, here's a link to a post that explains everything. Why would you do all that crazy, complicated stuff? And I was like, because I'm an idiot, that's why. So don't worry, for you guys, I'll link this post in the description so you can have access to it, because you don't have to make a spreadsheet now. You're welcome. And before I get to that, I will show you what spec I was using. So I was using sniper loadout, And if you want to do the one-shot Kuda, it's very important to use High Ground, Another Shot, and Berserk. The fourth one you can do whatever you want. I use Trophy Hunter because the headshot sniper kills will give you armor back, and that can help you with Antidote if someone's using a Rochi or like a crossbow. And you 100% have to use Darkstalker and Daredevil to be able to do the one-shots, and you can only one-shot for 3 seconds after a kill with any weapon. So as long as you can shoot someone in the head with your Barracuda within 3 seconds of a kill, it will be a one-shot, and you can get some pretty insane multi-kills. The Arbitrator helps you so much with that because a regular headshot's about 5,000 from Barracuda, and if it's far away or up close, the Arbitrator can definitely get you the rest of that way. And the fact that up close it can do a lot, and that can hurt people because it's basically a shotgun, which I learned through this article, which I'll explain to you now. Beware, a mysterious creature has escaped from its own confines, is out and about, wreaking bloody havoc on Halloween maps of Guns of Boom. For a gunslinger, this can only mean one thing. It's time to go hunting. But as a gunslinger, can I just propose maybe we all stay inside? Okay, back to being Guns of Boom. A trusty weapon is a must in a monster hunt, so we created the Arbitrator, the heavyweight of assault rifles, an automatic shotgun, if you will, a perfect anti-monster gun due to its out-of-this-world damage up close. The firing range is comparable to assault rifles. The gun has a lower rate of fire and a relatively small magazine, though. Well, yeah, all the things they said is pretty true. Be careful if you like to use assault rifles and you're not planning on sniping and it's like not a backup weapon. You need Mustang because you will run out of ammo. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop being God's Boom, but it has fabulous base damage, which yeah, I guess that's true. It has an open sight, which reminds me of personally a lot of the Firefly, so if you like the Firefly, you'll like this sight a lot. And it has a maximum distance around 24 meters, which for comparison is basically the longest assault rifle. So it's really good on range, which is one of the things that makes it really good with Barracuda, for instance. And starting from 10 meters and up, the damage decreases. And we're going to come back to the magazine size, but all these things need to go together, so I gotta skip that one for now. And it shoots in bursts of 2 shots, and it shoots with a buckshot of 8 units per shot. This is why we see these wildly inconsistent numbers even though there's no perk. It's because what's happening is it's shooting 2 bullets at once, and each of those bullets has 8 units per shot, and so some of those bullets are actually missing from those 2 shots. So you're basically shooting 16 shots at once, and it's just having some of those miss, and so that's why the numbers seem like there's no way to scale this in any way that makes any sense. And that's because they aren't telling you that in that 1 second that you just shot, you really shot 16 tiny bullets, and those bullets are missing. And so yeah, that's what's going on. And what me and J. Kim had theorized on his stream was not actually correct. We thought that the perks were glitched and that's why it doesn't show them, and really, for whatever reason, there aren't supposed to be perks, and I think that's kind of weird because this thing really should tell you why it shoots the way it does without you having to go to this post. And I'll let God know that they probably should change that because it's going to be a lot less confusing, especially for newer players or players who don't have access to this video. So hopefully they will fix that and it will be a lot less confusing in the future. But now that's out of the way, we can go back to the gun sports at 20 magazine round, which is not enough bullets. This thing has 40 total bullets, and it can shoot pretty decently fast, and it's shooting in bursts of 2, so basically every shot's going to be 2 bullets of those 40, so it gets really, really low on ammo really fast if the only thing you're doing is using AR. And like I said earlier, if you do decide that you want to use like AR shotgun in assault mode, or like you just don't really like sniping that much and you just want to use it in AR, you really need to use Mustang because it needs that extra ammo so badly. And it does unlock at level 16 for 1,000 fragments, and has 3 upgrades at 22, 28, and 34, and it costs a total of 3,000 total fragments. This is one that will be a long grind, but luckily it came out really early, which is the best case scenario. That way you have the most amount of days that you could possibly get this. And remember, guys, there will be an armor that's brand new, and it will protect you against Stingray. And I don't know if it works against electro grenades, but it also works against Zeus. And to those of you who are in Platinum thinking, I don't worry about Zeus and no one's using Stingray very well right now, and I'm not really worried about electro grenades or anything, but you should be. Because of the way that the Stingray was, it had needed so many fragments and it came out, so you only had a week to grind it. Most people couldn't manage that, and so most people don't have it. And I guarantee you, when you have a team that's 4 people with Stingray just camping with it and hitting you and your teammates when you go to the hill, and you have 3 guys that have that electric crap on them, and all 3 of them are just basically killing you with their electricness, it's going to get real annoying real fast, and I think you're going to want the armor then. And since the only other thing that this works for is Zeus, and there was never any concern about this until now, I'm guessing it's about the Stingray, and they probably foresaw this problem, so you might want to make sure that you have enough coins to get the assault rifle and the armor, or if you don't care about the assault rifle that much, you might want to just save up for the armor. I just wanted to go ahead and put that in your decision-making process, because you guys that don't have enough time to get both might prioritize that electricity stuff over this, or you might not. And so just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. And this is going to have to be done in Gods of Boom voice, so people know that it's not me saying it when it says pro tip, so just whatever. Pro tip. This assault rifle, like a shotgun, has no base headshot multiplier. Therefore, if you use it without perks or items that increase damage to the head, aim for the body. So there you have it, a well-rounded gun for big game. Due to its high firepower, the Arbitrator is a must-have weapon for any self-respecting beast hunter, so get it at the event fair. Or you could just stay inside like I said too. I mean, I don't think we should go fight monsters. That just sounds like a bad idea. But I mean, to each their own, and it is a pretty nice assault rifle, so I get it if you want to do that. But one thing that I will not understand if you don't do it is if you don't go subscribe to Bankai, because he is one of the most creative and best content creators that Guns of Boom has right now. We need to make sure that he gets to 1,000 subscribers so he can get his channel monetized, and he definitely deserves the support. The link to both the article I was reading and Bankai's channel will be in the description, and I hope this was helpful, guys. I know this gun's super confusing, but it doesn't have to be. It just got made that way. I don't know why. But it's really simple once you figure it out, so I hope this helps.